Yo, what is up, guys? It is Pup, your coach, the Green Bay Drilburs, and today we are taking on Mars in Week 5 of the UNPL D-League. If you guys did not check out Week 4, then you better go check that out. But we had a nice 4-0 victory against the #1 overall team so far. And the funny thing is, look at our schedule, look at the standings so far. We are number 2. We played number 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6, including this week. And we lost a 3, but we beat 1. So, I mean, we're in a really good spot, and hopefully it just gets easier from here. But this matchup is definitely not something easier for me. But if you guys do not care about watching this team builder, you guys can skip ahead to the battle, but I would suggest subscribing and liking before you do that. But without further ado, go over Mars' team. They've got the Greninja, they have Gliscor, Kommo-o, Mimikyu, Blastoise, Rillaboom, Glimmora with Terra, they have Magnezone, Magmar with Terra, and they have the Dunsparce. My team's also up there as well, but I will show you what I'm bringing now. I've got the Ogerpon Wellspring. Thought this thing was pretty good into their team. It absolutely rips holes in them. The only thing that I don't hit for like really strong damage is the Kommo-o, which I don't have a super effective move for. But I mean, if I get to +2, Ivy Cudgel, especially like crits, that are more likely, they're gonna hit really hard. So I have enough speed to outrun. I think I'm outrunning the Gliscor. Yeah, I'm outrunning Gliscor. I would have had to go Jolly to outrun Mimikyu, and I didn't really feel like it. I just wanted to go max attack. And then I have Trailblaze on this thing, so I can eventually get my speed going. Outspeed at Greninja, and Ivy Cudgel with Sword Stance and Horn Leech is just gonna be crazy. We destroy their team, especially after Kommo-o is gone. And if I ever get a free Sword Stance or a free Trailblaze, the game is pretty much over. Next mon is one that, I mean, I have to bring every mon. So I'm bringing Persian this week. Like, it's a one mon that I don't see myself using in any other matchups, so I thought I had to run it. I'm rocking an Expert Belt Technician set with Icy Wind, Thunderbolt, Hyper Voice, and U-Turn. So the thing is with this, Icy Wind one-shots Gliscor if they're max HP. It even one-shots them if they have a little bit of SPDF investment. Thunderbolt does a lot to Gren, it does a lot to Blastoise. Icy Wind is a 2-hit KO on most Kommo-os. Hyper Voice is 2-hit KOing a lot of stuff on their team. The only thing we don't really touch is Magnezone, which is fine, we just U-turn out. And we have enough speed on this thing to outrun the Mimikyu. Couldn't really get to the Greninja level anyways, so it didn't matter to me. And then U-turn is on there for just some pivoting. But even with base 65 special attack, like on 252 with a Modest Nature, Expert Belt Technician, we're doing a lot of damage with this Persian. I'm pretty excited to be able to use it. In the third spot today, we have Terapagos. We're rocking the signature Rock Polish, Meteor Beam, Terrastar Storm, Earth Power set that I've used. Used it in the PSL. I think I've used it in here already. Yeah, it got me my win in like week 2 or something. But with this thing, we have enough speed, so we outrun even Scarf Gren at +2, I think. I'm actually not 100% sure. We might not. But we are outrunning any modest Blastoise, even if they Shell Smash, which is really nice. And then with max special attack Modest, we are one-shotting most of their team with a +1 Terrastar Storm. And then we have Earth Power for the Glimmora if they don't Terra, and the Magnezone, just because we didn't touch those things very well. It also hits the Mimikyu, which is fine. It's a 2-hit KO on that thing. And then a lot of the rest of their team dies to Terrastar Storm. Dunsparce takes 2. I think Kommo-o can take 2 can take 1, dies at 2 as well. We also have Dragapult with a Choice Scarf on this. I just want to be able to outrun the Greninja. I think Battle Bond is allowed, so if they get Battle Bond up, then that thing would be scary, so I just bring this. I also can outrun any sort of Blastoise. I can outrun a Kommo-o that's set up with its Omni Boost. So I always outrun a decent chunk of their team, and I just do a lot of damage back with the Shadow Ball, Draco, Thunderbolt, and then U-turn for pivoting. I just thought this was a really nice mon. I can also, I can switch it into a couple things. I can switch it in on the Blastoise and just click Thunderbolt. If they're, rapid spinning away some hazards, then, they can't spin against my Ghost type. If they want to click Shell Smash, then that's fine. I can drop a Draco, I can Thunderbolt them and do a lot of damage. I can U-turn out to get some chip. I can do whatever. I felt like it was a pretty good mon to go on the team with max special attack Modest. Next up, we have Klefki, and I really wanted to run the Calm Mind Iron Defense set, but I couldn't because they have Glamora, which can run Corrosion, which I think looks pretty decent into my team. I could definitely see that coming. But we have Thunderwave, Foul Play, Play Rough, and Spikes on this set. This is really my Mimikyu answer. It also does decent work into the, the Como-O. As we just Thunderwave those things, we eat some hits, depending on what kind of sets they are. Spikes is really nice against their team, as they only have the spinners of Blastoise and Glamora, neither of which really want to run spin, and Glamora can't spin versus me, Blastoise can't spin versus Dragapult, which is fine. We're just max defense, so we eat hits from the Mimikyu. We'll eat hits from the Rillaboom pretty well. We eat anything from the Dunsparce, unless there's some sort of like flamethrower set. I think it gets that. And then if they're physical Como-O, we will eat those hits, unless they're like Belly Drum, because then they'll obviously destroy us, but we get a Thunder Wave off on them before. And then last up, I brought Articuno. With all the setup opportunities, I thought I would bring Mirror Herb. This is really like my best Como-O sort of switch in, kind of. I mean, I can just bring this in, and if they end up going for the Omni Boost, I'll get a whole boost for myself. I could bring it in on, I could bring it in on the Blastoise Shell Smashing and get a boost on that thing and just destroy stuff with Freezing Glare, Hurricane, Recover, Calm Mind. We're rocking a lot of speed on this thing, so we outrun, I think we're on the Glamora that will always outrun, and which means we'll outrun anything that is not speed boosting on their team besides Greninja. And then a lot of special attack, some HP. And the real point of this thing is I can just click Terra Psychic and click Freezing Glare, and it's amazing versus their team. They only have the dark type of Greninja, which never really wants to switch in, and if it does, we always eat a hit and we just destroy that thing with Hurricane, especially if we get a Calm Mind up or an Omni Boost Mirror Herb. Well, that's going to be about it for the Team Builder. If you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the battle. All right, we're here, and I see the Magmar, which is crazy. They also have Mimikyu, Como-O, Blastoise, Gliscor, and the Greninja. Very, very scary team for me. I'm thinking about just leading with Dragapult. I feel like, either Como-O leads or Greninja leads. I have a feeling it's probably going to be Gren. I need to refresh on the Terra types on that Magmar, though. Let me pull it up really quick. They're just right here. Hassle teams. Firefighting Electric. Okay, I'm really surprised to see that, but I'm just gonna lead with Dragapult here. And I see Magmar. Okay. So this thing with an Eviolite always eats. It could be Flame Body. It should be Flame Body, so I'm a little bit scared to U-turn. This thing just being here is kind of scary. And honestly, like, if it's defensive, then it's really annoying. I don't want Ogerpon to be burned. I wonder how much, like, my Terrapagos, if I'm in Terrestrial form, Meteor Beam does a lot. Honestly, Terrapagos looks crazy here. Yeah. I mean, we do a lot of work into their team. Maybe I just weaken this and then go Terrapagos. Because what is it really going to do? Just knock me off? Like, it does a decent chunk, and losing my Scarf would be a little bit annoying, but we're still faster than their entire team. So I'm just going to throw off a Shadow Ball. They're going to Terra Electric. Okay. We do 31. And they do knock off to 79. Holy. 79 with an item. So Choice Scarf. Alright, it seems like they're max HP, max attack adamant. That's what it's looking like to me with the Eviolite. Honestly, I do not mind losing this thing one bit. Yeah, I don't mind it. It would be nice if I could save it, though. What do I do? I could also go Persian. Persian dies to like a Flare Blitz. But the recoil should do a lot. You know what? I'm just going to drop a Draco at this point. Yeah, we do 49% to them. And they knock me off, take me out. So Magmar getting that kill. They can easily be... easily can be Mach Punch. But I think I just go out to Ogerpon and I click Trailblaze here. They might mock me. That's fine. Getting burnt would suck here, I guess. So maybe I Ivy Cudgel. I don't think it makes contact. Yeah, it's not contact. So I'm just going to Ivy. As they go out into the Como. All right, takes 30%. We don't see an item. All right, I'm going straight out into Articuno. I'm Mirror Herb just in case they set up. And that looks like it's like a setup, maybe. They do just CC, which does 16.5 with close combat. So that means they're offensive. Let's see. Mixed, like CC, that's with a Life Orb. No Life Orb, they might be like Adamant. Nah, I think they might be like Banded. Choice Banded Jolly. Something. Oh, maybe they are just Adamant. Yeah. I think they might just be Adamant. But we have a completely free Freezing Glare here. Or Hurricane. Hurricane's better because they have Gren. So I'm just going to go for Hurricane. They go out to Blastoise. That's fine. If they have Ice Beam, it's not going to do too much. I'm just going to Calm Mind here. Because if they Shell Smash, then I think I win. As they just Surf, it does absolutely nothing, and we're just going to recover that up. Alright, Hurricane did 34. So I guess they're probably not a Shell Smash set. But I just have no clue what kind of items they have. They go to Mimikyu this turn. And, I mean, we always live. No matter what they go for, we always live. So I can break this thing. I can also just save it. But I'm really afraid of, like, Sword Stance. So I'm going to pop the Disguise. And they play Rough me. Okay. And they are Life Orb. At this point, Shadow Sneak is probably taking me out. So I'm going to go out to Persian. They play Rough again. Man, that's a brain dead play. Yeah, completely brain dead play. I'm just going to U-turn out here. As they go Gliscor. Man, this thing is meant to take on Gliscor. But I can go Ogre. We'll see if they have Poison. They do have Poison. I can Trailblaze. I can Ivy Cudgel. I can Sword Stance. Honestly, if I get a Sword Stance up, I probably win. How much do I do to Como-O? At +2. I do so much. I'm going to Sword Stance. If they go Como-O this turn, then I Trailblaze and then Ivy Cudgel. Yeah. I don't think I get knocked out by any one attack. So I'm going to Trailblaze up here. They might be Scarfed. But with a Trailblaze, we would... They are Scarf. Okay. So now we Ivy Cudgel. And we take them out. They have to be like Scarf Gren. Or Mimikyu. Does Mimikyu take me out with Sneak? I think it does. I'm just going to Horn Leech. They do Sneak. It could be Terapagos time. I did throw away that Ogre. Maybe here I go set up some spikes. They probably go Blastoise at that point, though. Let me think. Terapagos, Terastal. Versus that Gliscor. If we get to +1 special attack, we are one-shotting it. Let me go Terapagos. And I'm just going to Rock Polish, then Meteor Beam. Because the most thing... Like, this can't do very much to me. That's just gonna play rough. We're gonna rock polish to be super fast, and then we meteor beam this thing. It'll knock it out, especially after life orb, and we don't die to anything. Meteor beam, please hit, please hit, please hit. Good. All right, we take that thing out. We're +2 speed, +1 special attack. I think that's gonna be the game. I don't think they can do anything about it. Blastoise definitely dies. Magmar dies. Gliscor should die. And Gren should die if they're not Sash. And even then, I don't think anything kills us back. We're just going to Terrastar Storm this thing, even if they're like especially defensive. Oh, wow, they do end up living. And they crit me too, which is really, really bad. Yeah, crit plus Aqua Jet, that saves the game for them. That honestly might be the game for me. Probably lose because of that, actually. I think I do. Wow. What a tough way to lose. I just have to go Articuno, get my free recover here. That sucks. I lose to crit. That is horrible. Ah, man. I'm really upset about that. They just surf, which does 58 that time. Holy. How does it do so much? They've got to be like Mystic Water. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're just modest. And if I get to +1 special defense, it's still knocking me out. Alright, I'm just going to Freezing Glare. Take my kill. If they go Magmar, I think I'm fine. They go the Greninja, though. We're just going to have to go Klefki. Yeah, I mean, this is real unfortunate. They surf me. It's not a 2-hit KO. I obviously cannot really do too much, though. Can't, like, Thunder Wave them. I can play rough and hope to crit myself. So they go Magmar. Of course, they get this stupid burn. If they go Gliscor, I'm going to go Persian here. If they don't kill me, then I'm fine. Okay, they do knock me out. I go Articuno here. And I just recover up. Wow. It's knocking me out and they're faster. Yeah, if we don't get crit, we win the game easily. Like 100% of the time. But it is what it is. I'm really upset about that, but that's it. So, good game. See you guys in the next week.